So then, folks, today from Talking Wolves, it's finished Aston Villa 1, Wolves 0 at Molineux today. I'm at work, as you could probably tell, and what an atrocious performance. It's not even atrocious, it's just an annoying performance today. A game where I felt we could have won. It was a game of so many if, buts and maybes, and in the end, I just knew something. They had a couple of set pieces towards the end. It's just typical Wolves. And I just knew it was going to be either a moment of magic or a mistake from one of the teams to allow the other team to win the game, and that's exactly what had happened. Just so frustrating. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, as always, guys. Starting lineup for Wolves, we went back to the 4-2-3-1. We saw Patricio starting goal, Sace and Cody at the back, with Marcel and Semedo as fullbacks. We saw a middle two of Moutinho and Dendoncker, and then Pedro Neto, Podence, Adama and Fabio Silva coming into the lineup. And Villa dominated probably the first part of the first half, at least. It took Wolves a while to grow into the game. Villa didn't really have any really big opportunities. I think Wolves held that really for the majority of the game. You saw... there were a couple of decisions there that Mike Dean made as well, with, a couple of decisions regarding penalties. Obviously, we got away with one with the Sace one. I think it would have been very, very harsh to give that, but there were a couple of decisions that could have gone either way, and I think if the referee had given penalties, VAR would have backed that decision. I think same with the Adama one towards the end of the game in the second half as well, but... yeah, towards the end of the first half, we really started to heat up a little bit. Started to have a few more shots at goal. Started to test Martinez a little bit. Podence and Neto, really the main two which were causing issues for Aston Villa. And despite us not having a huge amount of the ball, we had real energy in the middle. We were playing those balls over the top, and Villa really struggled to contain it. And you just saw with the amount of fouls and amount of bookings towards half time, I felt, if we can carry on causing these issues into the second half, there are going to be red cards, and we did see that in the end, which we'll talk about shortly. But yeah, we grew into the game, and I felt a draw at the time. Well, I felt a draw was a fair result, but if there was one team that were edging closer to get victory, it was us. We were testing the goalkeeper a lot more. Villa had a couple of half chances, but never really troubled Patricio too much. I think Ollie Watkins had one or two half chances as well. Grealish had a lot of the ball and just couldn't quite find the spaces as well. But yeah, the closest we came, that Fabio Silva chance hitting the post. So unlucky. Hit it quite nicely across the goal as well. Hits off the post and goes across goal and not even in. It's just one of those, again, if but a maybe moments, millimetres. If you hit that with a slightly different part of his foot or a millisecond earlier, the ball could have gone anywhere else. And it's just one of those things. I felt individually, performance-wise, if we're ignoring the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, I think we improved massively from that Liverpool game. We did our jobs properly this time. The fact that we dropped Bolly was quite surprising. I felt Sace did okay. But Adama was more on it today. I think Adama was a little bit more switched on. Podence and Neto looked really lively. Fabio Silva, I think, he's still so young. He's still got a lot of time. I think we still need almost that focal point up there. I'm a big fan of Fabio Silva, and I can't wait to see him in a Wolves shirt for the next number of years. Was he quite ready for this game? Probably not, but I know other games will suit him. But Moutinho was great, I felt, today as well, in the middle of the park with Dendoncker. The energy, the way he was winning the ball back, causing issues. His distribution was great as well. But yeah, we had those mini half chances in the second half. We really tested the goalkeeper. Emi Martinez had to make a couple of good saves. The Rabona cross from Neto into Dendoncker on the volley. Again, if you've got someone like Jimenez in the middle there, that's 1-0 Wolves. So there were just so many half chances, and we just didn't take them today. And it's just so frustrating. Villa will be happy. They'll be rubbing their hands together. Of course, Douglas Luiz getting the red card, rightly so. We knew with a game with Mike Dean, we knew with the amount of fouls and the stop-starting there was probably going to be a red card eventually in there. Douglas Luiz was the first one to get that. And I thought, you know what? Villa are going to sit back now. Let's do it. Let's go for them. And, it all started really was a foul that I felt was very harsh on Daniel Podence, right on the halfway line. Ball gets, Grealish takes his time, ball comes over the top. Villa trying to cause problems, and then Semedo had one of those strange games again today. I know a lot of fans will be on his back now. I think it's very quick to judge him because I feel on the ball he's still good, but defensively there's still some serious question marks over his performances. Grealish had him on toast a couple of times today, and then he just let John McGinn get around him, and he dived in. You can't dive in, even if you have to let him go. You can't take the risk in the 93rd minute there it's a big game. This game is a big game. Wolves felt we could have won it, and I think it's such a big risk to do that. And unfortunately, they get the penalty. I couldn't believe it. Sat at work, I was furious. It was one of those games there, the longer it went on, I started to get knots in my stomach, starting to worry a little bit more about the game, and it was just one of those strange games. And that doesn't normally happen. I think it's when I watch it on TV, it's just one of those things that happen. And I had my fingers crossed that Patricio could pull off another masterclass penalty save, and it just obviously wasn't to be. So yeah, and then Zhao getting sent off. One of the better players for me on the pitch today, and again, second booking. The young lad's got round him, and he's gone down quite late. But if he's got a touch on him, it's a foul and it's a booking. And we're going to be without Zhao now for a game as well. So really, really disappointing afternoon, guys. Like I say, I felt draw was probably the fair result. I felt both defences did their jobs quite well. If there was a team that I felt possibly, if you had to pick a team, you'd probably say Wolves, just with the chances, and made Emi Martinez had a really busy afternoon. But Villa have gone and grabbed the win, smash and grab, you could say, for them at Molineux. But yeah, 1-0 Villa finished at Molineux today. Guys, hope you are keeping well, keeping safe. But Wolves really need to try and bounce back, and with a win as soon as we can, really. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. Try and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon.